Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming to my channel. I am so excited because I've actually never done a favorites video. So instead of doing the monthly favorite and stuff, I just want to go over my overall 2014 favorites just because I feel like I have so much, well not so much, but there's a lot of things that I loved this year specifically. And I do have a lot more favorites, but I want to keep this kind of short. Well, as short as I can make it, and just talk about like some of the products that were must-haves for me this year and that I discovered this year and were just absolutely my favorites. I even ended up writing them down because I didn't want to forget, and I have all the products here so that way I could share it with you. So first I do want to dive into all the hair and body products because I feel like this year I had so much change. I was blonde. I was like a purpley violet color. My hair short. First things first, I'm the realist. No, I'm just kidding. So one of the products that I used a lot during the summer was the Catwalk by Tigi Session series. It's the salt spray. If I posted a lot about this during the summer. This was my holy grail of the summer. I used this all summer long and even spring, I think. But when I went to the beach, I used it, and I used this along with some texture spray from Big Sexy. But I would say that this was one of my favorites because, I mean, it just gave you that beachy look, and it was a texture spray all at the same time. So you can scrunch your hair, and it'll give you that beachy wave, even without curling it. Like, it'll just have like a slight wave. But I also liked using it after I curled my hair. I would just spray this in my hair, and it would just give you that perfect beachy wave. So this was definitely my favorite product that I used over the summer. And then second, if you saw my latest hair tutorial, it was the textured tousled look with the short hair. I used this product and I highly recommend it. I did use the Big Sexy powder play as well, but this I would say is probably my absolute favorite hair product of the year. Like, I will always probably use this unless I find something better. But this is by Kevin Murphy. It has a strong hold like hairspray. It's a texture mist, but there's nothing like this. Like, the texture that it gives you to your hair, it's just amazing. And I hated that this was my favorite because I thought that this sea salt spray would be my favorite, but I guess I have a new favorite. But if you're going for like the sea salt look and you want to use a certain sea salt spray, I highly recommend this one. I've used so many different sea salt sprays, and I would say that this one is definitely my favorite. So if you want also a different type of textured hair, I do recommend the Kevin Murphy. Okay, so this shampoo I'm about to show you, this is Bedhead, and I always have the salon versions because I do have my cosmetology license, so I do get a lot of products wholesale, and I end up buying it in bulk. But this shampoo, OMG, it smells so good, like candy. I think the flavor, I'm trying to look for the flavor, that's why I'm not looking in the camera. It smells like strawberry. The first time I used it, Viviana actually used it in my hair, and oh my gosh, I was like, what is that smell? She's like, it's the shampoo. But it smells like strawberries, and it smells so, so delicious. But not only that, okay, I was kind of just all about the smell, but what I love about it is it's for strengthening the hair. The actual shampoo is called Resurrection, but it's great for weak, brittle hair that needs an intervention, which after going blonde, my hair definitely needed an intervention, and that's why I also chopped it off. So the conditioner is really awesome, but if you have damaged hair, I highly recommend it along with conditioning treatments. But I mean, the smell of that stuff is just simply amazing. And so that's what had me. It had me at the smell, and then of course, you know, it's great for damaged hair. Next, dry shampoos. How can I forget that? I am a huge sucker for dry shampoos, and I gotta grab this. I'm a huge sucker for dry shampoos, and I couldn't really find out, I couldn't really figure out what was my favorite, so I wanted to talk about my top 2 favorites. This is the bamboo style. It's the Cleanse Extend, and what I love about it so much, I know I'm a sucker for smells, but it is mango coconut, and I love my coconut, so this one is free of sulfates, free of parabens, synthetic color, and I cannot even pronounce this name, phthalates, but this isn't bad. So this is a translucent spray, so it's not going to be all powdery, which that is one thing that I hate about certain dry shampoos is like if you have dark hair, it looks bad because it just looks super powdery. And this is where this one comes on. Wait, rewind. Although it is translucent, sometimes it can get a tad powdery, but not like other ones. But I'm a sucker for the smell. It's mango coconut, so I really love this. And I got this at Sephora, and I will link all products below, so don't worry. Now, and sorry, I don't have all the lids on them because I always lose them. The Batiste dry shampoo. So when I first tried Batiste, I bought it from Urban Outfitters, and I saw it there along with all the coconut flavored stuff and the beach sprays. And I bought the coconut scent one because, of course, it's coconut. But I did not love it because I don't have blonde hair and it looked very powdery. And so I just kind of was turned off by that brand. And then Viviana, I talk about Viviana a lot. She's my work wife. She's the girl that works and does my hair. But she's like, you need to try the Batiste. And I'm like, no, I don't like it. Sorry, it makes it powdery. She's like, no, they have one that it gives you a hint of color. So I went back to Urban Outfitters and I found this one. It is dark and deep brown, a hint of color. So it does give you a little bit of color instead of using something that's powdery on the roots. And it smells really good, but it doesn't smell like coconut like I like. It smells like perfume. Like it smells really good. I sprayed it in my hair and I'm like, honey, I'm just in love with the smell. Smell it. And he's like, stop, get away, get away. So yeah, the Batiste dry shampoo. So these are honestly two of my favorites. Next is my quick tan spray. I love this stuff. So this will give you an instant self tanner. Like you will be, I have it right now all over my neck and stuff, and you can't even see my arms, but I have it all over my body right now. Anytime I don't have time to spray tan or use like a sunless tanner that develops over hours, this will instantly tan you and it gives you the perfect bronze look. I use it for every big event and when I just want to look a little bit more tan, especially when I wear clothes that might wash me out. So this is the medium dark. That's the shade that I use, and it's a bronzing spray. So it's going to give you a really nice bronzy color. It's not orange. It's more like a bronze, and it develops after a few days, but you will be instantly tan from it. There's a lot of makeups that I love and are my favorites, but I've been using it for several years or, over a year, and so I wanted to share with you some of my favorites that I discovered this year. So it's not going to be a lot of products. However, I will go ahead and get started. So I think my number one favorite when it comes to makeup that I discovered this year was the Anastasia contour kit. It comes with 3 different contour shades. It comes with a pressed powder, 2 pressed powders, and then also a highlighter. I love the banana shade. It's my absolute favorite for setting my under eye concealer. And then this is the highlighter. I'm actually using it today. It's pretty pigmented, but it's not highly pigmented like other ones. But it's a really good one. I like it a lot. And then today I'm not using that contour, this color. I'm using the Nars one, which I've been using for several years. So I'm not going to really talk about that. But it is one of my favorites, Nars Laguna. However, when I did purchase my new Nars Laguna this year, I purchased it because it came with the Nars ITA Brush. So this is another one of my favorites. The Nars ITA Brush, it comes with a longer stick, but it's basically the same size. And during the holidays is when I bought it. I think it was before Thanksgiving. They already had the holiday kits out and stuff. It came with the Nars Bronzer Laguna. So the reason why I bought it instead of buying the actual long stick one is because they're basically the same. It's just not as long, but it's pretty expensive for the brush. I think it's $52 or something at retail. But if you bought the Nars Laguna with this Nars ITA brush, it was only $57. So basically I got the Nars Laguna bronzer for $5, which it's way more expensive than that. And I don't even think it comes with as much as in here. So I just had to get this. I thought it was a huge steal. And if I'm going to splurge, then I'm going to get the best deal when I splurge. So if it's still out, I highly recommend getting it because really it doesn't make a difference if the stick is long. It's the same brush. But the reason why I love this brush so much is because you're going to really get that perfect sculpting line. And then when you brush it up, it gives you that beautiful blended look. So I highly recommend this. If I had one complaint about it is, with the Nars ITA Brush, is after maybe the 4th time that I washed it, some of the hairs were starting to fall out, but I mean, other than that, I can't complain about it. Next is my Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. This is the color Blackest Black. So I've always used MAC eyeliners in terms of gel, and I use their black eyeshadow carbon as my eyeliner as well. But the reason why I never really used drugstore products when it came to gel liner is because I used a Bobbi Brown one once, and all the eyeliner was just like all over my lids, like it was just messy. And I don't think it's like that anymore. I think it was just the way I applied it. But this year I tried buying more drugstore products to see what was similar, what wasn't, what was better than high-end products. So I did buy this, and I did buy the L'Oreal one, and I love both of them. But I would say that the Maybelline Eye Studio is my favorite, and it's a lot cheaper than the MAC one. And I would say the MAC one also tends to dry out. And this one, it'll dry out, but honestly, it didn't dry out as fast. I started having a lot of issues with that with the MAC products this year. It never really happened in the past. I don't know if I used it more, but it did start drying out. So with this one, it's starting to dry out, but it's way cheaper. So this is definitely a favorite of mine. The foundation that I really enjoyed this year, I've bought several foundations, but I really love the Bare Minerals Bare Skin foundation because I love how thin it feels, but it has like a really good medium to full coverage, and it has the SPF 20 in it. And I know a lot of people don't really like anything that's high in SPF because the way, like in pictures, it looks a lot lighter, like your face. But I've never had any issues with this, and it feels very thin, and it gives you that full coverage, and I'm all about my full coverage. I've been really loving the NYX brand. I've been using a lot of their products, and some of the products I've actually been using for years, but I did discover their matte lip glosses and their butter lip glosses. I always use the Mega Shine. I absolutely love the Athens color, and then also the Creme Brulee. It's a butter gloss, and then this one's like a matte. So if you're wanting the matte look, then I highly recommend it. One thing that I love about this matte color is that it doesn't make your lips feel dry like other matte colors do. Like, I know a lot of MAC lipsticks that are matte actually make my lips feel dry, and I hate that feeling. And although the colors are awesome, I just hate the feeling of dry lips. So this doesn't make your skin feel dry. So last but not least is my Whirl lip liner and the lipstick Mehr, M-E-H-R. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. So I don't know if you follow Kylie Jenner on Instagram, but she was like everybody was inspired by her in terms of makeup. Like, she was, I feel like, the it girl when it comes to makeup and the lips and all that. And one thing that she was pretty famous for was the lip liner look. Everybody thought she got lip injections, but she really would just draw over it. And although I don't really need lip injections, or I don't need to make my lips look bigger, I loved the color that she was using. So I think everybody was like going to their local MAC counter or different places where I want that Kylie Jenner lipstick. So the Whirl was, I guess, one of the lip liners that she used, and she would lip line her lips and just fill it in. And so she would create a really pretty matte color. So my girlfriend, Viviana, bought this for me as a gift because she knew that I was obsessed with that look. So my Whirl lip liner has been huge. I've been using it with everything. I've been using it by itself. So this has definitely been one of my favorite colors to put on. So a couple years ago, I set a goal to read a book once a month. And for the most part, the last year and a half, I've actually stuck to that goal. But I would say the last 6 months I've been kind of bad at it. I've been reading books, but I get like halfway finished and then I don't finish them, or I just don't even start. I haven't been reading everything in a month either. So I definitely want to pick that up for 2015, that habit of reading a book once a month. And I've read several books this year, but one of the books that I was just kind of glued to was Girlboss by Sophia Amoruso. I don't know how to say her name. I hope I didn't butcher it, but I absolutely love the book because it is very inspiring female business owner. I love anything that's like female empowering. Anything that's, sorry, I got a text. Anything that's female inspiring. What I love so much, my biggest takeaway from that book was to have a stronger work ethic and keep on working hard. Like, I think a lot of times whenever you hit a certain goal with your business or certain goals that you hit in general, like if you achieve great accomplishments in it, you kind of just stay there and you stay in your comfort zone. And what I love about her that I took away from this book is that she just kept on using her profit and putting it more into the business, and she created a multi-million-dollar brand, the brand nastygal.com. And I love that she started from nothing. Her business is debt-free. She didn't use any investors, anything like that. And it's just like incredibly inspiring to hear of people like that. I just absolutely love it. So that is a book I highly recommend. If you want some motivation, if you're starting your own business, if you want to read more business books, I highly recommend that book. So I think that is all for my 2015 favorites. I wanted it, or kidding. Well, if it was next year, it would be 2015. But that is all for my 2014